Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Today I have a new video for you. It's going to be the team of the week in the Premier Division in the League of Ireland. The reason why I'm only going Premier Division is because I simply can't see every game in the First Division. I've seen every single game in the Premier Division. Now just remember, this is my opinion, so your opinion could be different. I've looked at a few stats as well, but in general it's what I see with the eye on the football pitch, and there was a few close calls in a number of positions as well. Before we get into video, guys, just wanted to let you know some of the statistics I've brought up are from Player Stat Data, so check them out. They're an Irish company and they provide excellent statistics within the League of Ireland. We don't see any other Opta, who scored. We don't see the in-depth statistics there in regards to the Irish League or the League of Ireland, so to speak. So I'll put the links in the description for their Instagram, their website, and their Twitter actually account as well. So check them out, guys. Follow them on Instagram. Links in the description. Otherwise, please subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification button so you don't miss a video, and like and comment. So we'll get straight into this, guys. I've gone for a goal. I've gone for James Talbot, Bohemians. The goalkeeper was a difficult one because I would say there weren't too many outstanding goalkeeping performances over the weekend. James did keep a clean sheet, to be fair, in a very difficult game in the showgrounds against Sligo Rovers. And the fact that he's come into the team after a long layoff, McGuinness has been the #1 keeper. McGuinness actually had to get tested for COVID, so he didn't travel to Sligo. So I believe it's negative, not entirely sure on that one. But James Talbot came in and, he was sharper than you'd think he would be for a keeper that's missed over the games. Commanding. Didn't have an awful lot to do, but as I said, kept a clean sheet. And, basically Bohemians didn't really miss McGuinness. Usually when a substitute goalkeeper comes in, it can cause confusion in the defence. Of course, James is well used to that Bohemians defence, and he marshalled them well last year. So, he came in and he was solid, no mistakes. So James Talbot's the goalkeeper. Now, right back, I went for Ronan Finn. Now, bear in mind, I went for a 4-3-3, and I know Ronan Finn played as a right wing back, but I couldn't put him right midfield, and I had to get him in somewhere in this team. I thought his performance in the 6-1 win against Waterford was very good. He dealt with the threat of Manny Smith and Tyreek Wilson very well in terms of them attacking. He also got a lot of crosses into the box, dangerous crosses into the box that weren't taken advantage of, but that's not his fault. Like he got forward well, he defended well, linked up very well with the midfield as well. I thought he was very, very good in the game. 84% pass completion, by the way, is very, very good for someone who plays right wing back, because of course, a lot of your passing can be crosses into the box and can be cleared, etc. So that was very good. 61%, 64% in pass progression as well. So I thought he, as a right wing back, that's strong as well. But Ronan Finn, I think, is one of those players that often goes under the radar, Shamrock Rovers. But for me this week, he gets the right back slot. Now, left back, I've gone for Kieran Call at Derry City. Derry City drew 0-0 with St. Patrick's Athletic up in the Brandywell. I thought Kieran dealt with any threat Pats had on the right from Feely and particularly Gibson very, very comfortably. Indeed, his passing was quite good as well for a left back, 77% pass completion rate, and his progressive passing completion was at 70% as well. So that was good for a left back. He was 50% in his tackles won. But that doesn't tell the whole story in terms of the blocks he made. He blocked 3 or 4 crosses in that match from Gibson as well. And I thought he was just very comfortable in the game, Kieran Cole. And I think for this week, he deserves to be in at left back. Now on to centre backs. The first one was Kyle McFadden from Sligo Rovers. I could have went for a few options here. Lee Desmond was a good option as well, and Owen Toll. But the main reason I went for Kyle McFadden is because he made a couple of very important blocks in the game against Bohemians, and he also actually made a goal line clearance as well. So he's quite solid throughout, but those extra bits, I think, just gave him the nod. His pass completion was 81%, and his progressive pass completion was 74%, which is pretty decent for a centre back. Now, his partner was Roberto Lopes. Roberto Lopes obviously grabbed the goal in that 6-1 win against Waterford. He's been outstanding in general this season. But he's just so cool on the ball, so calm. Um, Calm in areas of danger as well. Like, he's just a very calming player, and that backline for Rovers has really stepped up another notch, I feel, this season as well. Some of the stats: 100% tackles, 100% in one-on-one defending, aerial success 80%, pass completion was 98%, and progressive pass completion for centre back was 98%. So all round, really excellent stats, isn't it, for a centre back? So I think it's fair to say that Lopes deserves to be in this team of the week. Now on to midfield. Unfortunately, I don't have any stats for this player, but I thought he was outstanding, particularly in the first half at the showgrounds. Dawson Devoy, diminutive, low centre of gravity, head up, picks out passes. Excellent pass for the ball. He really is. Great vision. It's kind of making the possible loss of Danny Mandrew look not so bad, because of Devoy, whenever he's come in, he's stepped in. He probably should have scored in this game, actually, in fairness. He had a chance the first couple of minutes. He probably feel he should have scored. But very good performance. He just turns up in pockets and seems to have a lot of time on the ball. He's starting to turn into, obviously a potential, but he's a joy to watch as well. So for me, he had to get in the team of the week, Dawson Devoy. Now, another midfielder had to get in my team of the week, and it's often easy to say this, but Jack Byrne. Jack Byrne scored 1 goal, 3 assists, and 1 pre-assist for Shamrock Rovers in their 6-1 win against Waterford. 1 successful dribble in the game as well. He moves the ball very well, as we all know. He moves it quickly. He's the conductor in that Shamrock Rovers midfield, without a doubt, and he is a joy to watch. Pass completion, 86%. Progressive pass completion, 80% for Jack Byrne. He's the type of player you can nearly have in the team of the week almost every week, but there's no doubt he deserves to be in it this week. Now, the final midfielder, my 3-man midfield this week, is Barry McNamee of Finn Harps. He grabbed his first goal for the club, and what an important goal that could be in that 1-1 draw at TALBOT Park against Shelbourne. But in general, particularly in that second half, I felt his performance was very good. He drove Finn Harps on well in the game. Himself and Raf Kataro. If Raf Kataro was on for 90 minutes, I might have picked him in the team of the week as well. But McNamee was on for 90 minutes. He completed 100% of his tackles as well. 87% pass completion as well. 78% progressive pass completion from Barry McNamee, who is going to be very important in the coming weeks, isn't he, now, for Finn Harps, as they try and climb up the table and get out of that relegation or playoff relegation spots. So Barry McNamee is the final midfielder in the team of the week. Now out wide on the left-hand side, I went for Kris Twardek. Kris, I just watch Kris play, because Kris, he's the type of player generally gets to the byline. He can play left, right. He's got a left foot and a right foot. Gets very dangerous crosses into the box. His progressive pass completion this game, which was 66%, which is actually very strong for a winger, because even with good crosses into the box, 9 times out of 10, a defender is generally going to cut it out. And he created a lot of hassle for Lewis Banks in that match, particularly in the first half. Lewis Banks, a very good right back as well. 6 successful dribbles in the whole game as well from Twardek as well. So fantastic stuff from him. 70% pass completion as well. Again, for a winger, these are good stats. But if you watch the game, you know how much of a danger he was to Sligo. So Kris Twardek, the former Sligo man, gets in my team of the week. Now, on the other side is actually Denzel Fernandes, a player that I may have picked out as one of the 10 young players to watch at the start of the season, but seemed to take his time to get into the Shelbourne team. But I thought he was Shelbourne's best player at TALBOT Park at the weekend. 6 successful dribbles, similar to Twardek for him. Just driving at defences. I love wingers that do that. Both very similar, driving at defences. The last thing you want is someone with a bit of pace and a bit of skill, like Fernandes, driving at you. 2 efforts on goal in the game, 78% pass completion, 44% progressive pass completion. That's generally going to be crosses into the box. He got a lot of crosses into the box for Shelbourne, and most of them were quite good crosses, even if they weren't, again, taken advantage of. He played a lovely ball into Dobbs at one stage, who had it wide. Actually, if that was Kilduff, he may have scored. But Fernandes really stepped up, I thought, and he's going to be a vital player, in my opinion, for Shelbourne in this run-in. Now, the striker was a difficult choice between Aaron Gray and Andrew Wright. I went for Andrew Wright in the end. The reason why is because Wright, I suppose, role was more important for Bohemians because they won the match by 1-0 and his goal was the winner. Whereas Green was very good, I thought, for Shamrock Rovers, but he was part of a kind of a team performance that won the game 6-1, if you understand what I mean. But Wright's goal was actually more important for Bohemians. He led the line very well, linked up with Twardek and Grant very well indeed. I think that's the reason why he's getting in ahead of Dinny Corcoran at the moment as well. Corcoran for me is a more natural scorer than Wright, but Wright's link-up play with the two boys works very well. I think that's the reason why he's getting in. Obviously scored the winner, which was a very important winner for Bohemians, and it was against the run of play. 6 shots on goal in the match, which shows you that Wright, he likes to have a shot. There's nothing against that because, you're often screaming at players to have a go. He certainly has a go, that's for sure. One successful dribble in the match as well, but his goal was vital in Bow's win at 1-0. So Andrew Wright was my striker in the team of the week. So guys, that's the team of the week. Any honourable mentions you want to mention, or maybe name your personal team of the week if you've seen every game, or any players I left out you might want to mention as well. There's quite a few players. This isn't gospel, remember, it's my opinion. I've seen all the games over the weekend, and this is just my opinion. There's one or two that you could easily argue for that could be in the team as well. So subscribe, like, hit your bell notification button, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck.